Good evening. This is Michael Blalock, and today we're talking about a single samples t-test. So as I share my screen, we will see SVSS, and we're going to look at the number of chips in Chips Ahoy cookies. And so to be able to enter the data that was provided, I have to create a variable. So from the variable view, I created, named it number of chips using the appropriate naming conventions. Saw that it was numeric, created the width of 4, going to do it 2 decimals, and then use the label to be able to give it a name that makes sense to me and will later on. And of course, the measure would be a scale. So I went over to the data view and entered in the numbers of chips that were provided to us. To do t-test, we go to analyze and compare means and one sample t-test. And from here, we move over the variable and click OK. Very simple process. And then when we do that, the output that we create gives us, since we had 10 cookies as our sample, our mean for this sample was 26.1, shows the standard deviation and the standard error of mean. Our test value was provided of 27.78, and so we get a t of negative 1.978, degree of freedom of 9, and we did a two-tailed test and got a value of 0.79, which is significant because we're talking about being able to accept or reject the null based upon it being greater than or equal to 0.79. And since it is greater than 0.05, then we would not be rejecting the null. It did calculate the Cohen's d for us. And again, as I said, it's just a relatively simple process. So that's how we do a SVSS, calls a one sample test. So we do a simple t-test.